one gets a slap, the other player also gets one later to make it
Yeah.
fair.
Alright. Laurie reset for some reason. What? Alright.
This is maybe she started on like the wrong difficulty. That happens sometimes.
Yeah, okay. Well,
But yeah, this is Momo. This is a Metroidvania. We start by skipping this cutscene. We can roll, we can jump, we can double jump, we can do melee attacks and combos, and we can also shoot arrows. Rolling is the fastest form of movement. You get lots of speed and also invulnerable, which makes you pass through enemies, which is quite good in this first area. You can also roll jump, which is pressing both buttons, jump and roll at the same frame, which is super hard, but they are used to it already. This first area is up. Sorry, I go.
It's fine. I just wanted to add that you can also like charge your bow to get an even stronger ranged attack, and you can also do that while using melee attacks, which makes for the most effective fighting strats in a lot of boss fights.
Yeah, like in the early game, we don't have lots of items, so basically the best form of fight is charging arrows while attacking. It's pretty good. It's not that hard either.
So all these little imps are pretty random. They're not totally random, but to a certain degree, and they can be really annoying. So
this is a game where it feels like the first area is basically getting enough experience by adapting to whatever they might be able to do. Like the more you play, more patterns you see and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Also, if you're wondering why these guys are getting chests and getting money, they have to buy an item later on for the optimal, I guess, strats. So they have to collect 80 money here.
And it's basically the only part we do this, right?
Yeah, after this part, you don't care about money. There's only one item you buy from the shop. The other one you get through drops.
And we are approaching the first boss, Itia. Let's see if they can get the quick kill, which is basically hidden.
Yeah, Laurie's not even trying. Tohveli failed it.
It's a very precise trick. How many frames do we even have to hit that arrow? It's like two, right?
Yeah, 2.
That's pretty hard, but we can basically one-shot that boss. It's pretty funny when it happens and saves about 15 seconds.
Okay, so Laurie's slightly ahead.
Also, if you beat a boss without taking damage, you will get an item from that boss. The first item we get is the Pearl. That item allows us to poison stuff with our arrows. But it also creates a poison cloud. Yeah, we basically can poison ourselves, so the first few fights are basically a mix of trying to do lots of damage and not poison yourselves by bad positioning.
Yeah, because if you poison yourself, you don't get the boss item, which you always get for perfecting a boss, and those boss items are like pretty vital for the run.
Yeah.
So by doing that, you either lose out on a lot of future damage, or on a lot of time by resetting the boss.
And it just snowballs. Like, if you don't get the item and keep going, you probably will have to lose. Like, you have to give up on other items, and then it just goes on and on.
Alright, let's see how they execute Mocha, which is arguably the harder part of this fight.
Mocha basically can do 3 different attacks. Mocha can spell those Toho balls you could see on Laurie's screen. Could also summon those Backman patches that come from the ground, as you could see on Tohveli's screen. And Mocha can also throw like a curse ball. And this was a really good fight for Tohveli. Like, it was solid.
Yeah. Tohveli took it way more risky than Mocha, while Laurie was like spamming arrows mostly.
Yeah.
So he gained a little bit of time there.
And now he gained that was really close. basically Lubella can dive, and when she dives, you cannot hit her for 12 seconds, which is pretty bad.
Yeah, to put it like that, yeah, it's really bad. We might switch audio to Tohveli, because, you know, lead switch.
Yep. And Tohveli is getting to the underwater section of this game, which is the Subterranean Grove. In this area, we watch a cutscene that is very long. Before we get into that area, I think we should probably talk about Lobella's boss item, which is the Backman Patch. Backman Patch allows us to summon 104 very small squares that do very small damage individually, but they like add up a lot. And they help you not only in boss fights, but also in a later part of the run.
Can't believe you counted those squares. That's pretty wild.
There's a spreadsheet that has like damage status, and it shows how many Backman you've summoned.
Alright. Also, we quick request to the guys running the stream. Tohveli's game feed is like super loud, so maybe tune it down a bit. But yeah. Anyway, we're getting the key now, the garden key, which we need to progress.
Yeah. In this area, it doesn't seem super scary, but basically in this game, if you touch spikes, you die instantly regardless of our health, which basically means even if you play with that much health from easy mode, we still die. And this part is like, you either force yourself to be slow or risk dying to those spikes. It's pretty scary. And there's a jellyfish, so Tohveli is gonna PB this run apparently.
Also, do you notice that Tohveli has like no music?
Yeah, that is weird.
That makes this place like a lot more creepy.
I think it's because when he streams, he usually streams with like songs or some requests. I don't know. So, yeah.
Does that mean we have to sing now?
Yes. We can sing like the Grave, the Return Grave song. Is like.
How about we don't?
Actually, that's not. Oh, that platforming though. Holy heck, it's so scary. Tohveli is getting to the boss fight now, which is Derelict Frida. Is it her name? I always forget it. It is Derelict.
Yeah, it is, and it's my least favorite boss. She spawns a lot of random stuff.
Yeah, and basically if you're trying to be optimal in this fight, you have to adapt to whatever she's doing, which sometimes won't leave you lots of time to reaction. Also, you can see Laurie's screen. We basically kill that witch before getting to the fight, so the witch won't teleport and ruin our lives during it. And Tohveli got a dive, which is the attack we don't want Frida to do because you lose in 2 seconds whenever that happens. There's also the safe strategy Laurie's doing, which is basically sitting in a corner and spamming arrows. It's slower by a bunch, but it's safe. And
compared to the optimal fight, it's slower by 9 seconds.
9 seconds is a lot.
It is.
I think Frida can teleport like 3 or 4 times and you'll still be faster by doing melee, right?
Yeah, one teleport loses like 3, maybe 3.5 seconds. So it's
insane.
like 3 teleports. Yeah.
But yeah, after the fight, wait, right now you were baiting that Backman to throw a bomb to break the wall so you could go through. The items we get from the fight, the boss item is Sparse Thread, which creates an AoE around Kaho. It does like a pretty good amount of damage. It's not like insane, but it helps a lot. And you also got the first crest. Basically in this game's lore, we need to collect 4 crests and do some stuff. And the first crest allows us to charge our arrows faster, which slightly changes the way we wanna fight stuff.
Yeah, it bumps up your DPS by a ton. Because for most fights you just charge arrows pretty much all the time. Except for the later ones, where you just completely destroy bosses with your items.
And I
Looks like
didn't
Tohveli
realize
doesn't really
Laurie
know where to
had
go.
reset there. Totally forgot that. What the heck?
Yeah, Laurie's...
You said you can fall down that other screen too, right?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter where you go. I don't even think it does a difference in time.
Oh, Lubella instantly dived. That's a shame. But now they are even in dives, I guess.
Yeah, that's called fair play.
And this is the only boss item we don't actually want in the run because it doesn't really help us to go faster. It basically heals you whenever you kill something, but we barely kill stuff outside bosses. So yeah.
So Tohveli was completely fine tanking some damage there. Doesn't really matter.
And now Larry finished too, and now it's the best part of the game where we are a cat. So cat movement is way faster than regular human movement, and basically whenever we are not fighting we want to be a cat. That and when we need to climb ladders, because in this game cats cannot climb ladders either. But yeah, the fastest form of movement as a cat is very hard to optimize, which is basically roll jumping and canceling with a melee, because the end of cat animation is just like you kind of stop for a moment, which makes it super slow. It's very hard to do, but it does save a bunch. And this is an elevator.
Yo, that's some quality gameplay right there.
I know, right? Tohveli with the insane APM right now.
Even sleeping for the BM,
like
wow.
Debagging that elevator. And right now, what Tohveli is gonna do is that he's gonna like visit a certain screen just to record on the game, and then he's gonna go all the way back to get another crest that will allow us to teleport. In the meanwhile, Laurie is getting to Bella too.
Yeah, so let me just explain. So Tohveli, no, that's not the right screen, but you have to move one more to the right. Alright, so this screen, he saw the checkpoint, which means it's like registered in his game as seen. So you can teleport there later on, once he gets that one crest fragment that gives him that ability.
Yeah.
That's basically what happens.
And this fragment is basically, this crest is basically what Tohveli is going after right now.
Yeah, he's like backtracking a ton, because it's like pretty much in the starting area, so he has to move quite a bit.
Don't blink, there's an enemy fight. No, there's not. Pretty good mini boss. Also
damn it,
a
I
pretty
missed
good
it again.
display of you cannot blink. That's why you have to like tell them not to. But basically that shows how strong items are. Like it just dies so fast. Oh, Tohveli like just punched that ball back to the guy.
Yeah, some nice Momo tennis right there. I'm gonna ask Tohveli to turn on music for the next run.
It's a good thing, to be honest. Like, it's always so sad when people don't have game music on and then they reach the, like, Queen's final phase and there's no song. Like,
it's just super anticlimactic. But yeah, so right here he's getting the crest fragment that he needs. So now he can teleport to a lot of checkpoints, not every checkpoint in the game, just certain major checkpoints.
It's also interesting that the one that we saw, Tohveli, like, reaching the screen, just for it, is basically the place we teleport the most. It's like 5 times in 90%, which is insane. Like, what the heck?
It's the most important path.
Yeah, and it's like in the best place ever. It's amazing. And this is Cinder Chambers, which is a pretty fun area full of spikes, traps, wrecking balls, enemies, witches, mimics, and stuff, but we don't see much of it because this is 80%. In other categories, you might see more. It's a pretty cool place, and pretty scary casually.
Yeah.
And now Tohveli is getting to the next boss fight, which is the one I hate the most. This is Arsonist, and Kath, your girlfriend, is gonna help you doing this. Basically, she's pretty annoying because she has infinite health. Like, she's the tankiest boss of all, and she can do lots of stuff outside her own programming, which is weird and kind of dystopic, but hey. Tohveli going for the safe strategy, which is doing half-charged arrows. That is pretty good and pretty safe. You want to finish this fight as close to the right as possible and as close to Kath as possible, because you want to go to the right and Kath wanna talk to you, so yeah. She has to walk over to you. It might take a while. Wait, what? Tohveli, turn on the music. There we go. Great, thank you.
Alright.
And Tohveli
Wait, did
said
somebody
no.
turn on the music? I think my stream is behind.
Try pausing and pausing the commentator stream. It's not playing though. What? They didn't apply the setting. What the heck? No.
Ah, Tohveli.
That's really close. But yeah, the item we get from Arsonist is the Pocket Accessory, which kind of increases the damage we do by a whole lot by adding explosive fire properties thingy to our arrows and melee attacks, and by a mistake from the devs, also our backman patches, which makes backmans kinda insane. But it was good because like they learned that and just decided to leave it as a feature. Also,
Yeah,
this is
that's
the
nice.
best screen in the game. Look at that. We have like 2 black cats and 5 white cats. And we also get a key, but that's not as important as those cats. Pretty cute one. Amazing. One of the best cat RNGs I have ever seen. And the credits you get from Arsonist allows you air dash, which is amazingly good.
Yeah, it's pretty much the best ability. It just spices your movement up by a ton.
Oh, Laurie got hit by Arsonist.
Oh, that's a shame. That's a lot of time lost there.
Yeah.
Alright, Tohveli's on the, casually speaking, the best boss, but like for the speedrun, this boss is a total pushover.
Oh, Tohveli got hit though.
Maybe not.
Maybe it's still a good fight and we just don't know about it yet. But yeah, it's like we are so OP at this point that like this fight barely takes time. It's insane. And the item from Fennel is the Tainted Missive, which allows us to have 100% more damage for 15 seconds at the cost of 1/4 of our max health. Which basically means that if we are low enough, we can kill ourselves with it, which is something we don't want to. And we got the 4th Crest Fragment, which allows us to get an extra arrow charge, which is pretty strong later.
Yeah, it's like used once in the run.
More games should let you be a kitty. That's true. Hey, how do you call this place?
Just Pina.
Basically, each Momo runner calls it a different name. It's the official name is Royal Pinacoteca, but some people call Royal Pina Colada, Royal Pinecone City, Royal Pterodactylus, Pythagoras Theorem.
I mean, I get the thing for like, I get the Pina thing for like shortening the name, but I don't think Pinacoteca is very hard to pronounce. So whatever.
It's for native English speakers, I guess. But yeah, it's like it's not a very hard thing to pronounce usually. It's even a word in my language, but yeah. Tohveli is getting an item called the Sealed Wind, and that item basically allows us to unlock the true ending, which is required for this run. If you, oh god, that hurt. If you beat the game without getting the true ending, basically the game doesn't consider itself beaten, which basically means you didn't beat the game, which means you didn't finish the run. So yeah, you need to do that even in any percent. Also, one thing about this area is that it's pretty hard when you're learning how to play, but after you learn how to do it, it gets so rewarding. It's pretty hard, has lots of verticality. You have to keep switching between cat and human lots of times. And there's lots of enemies that can do infinite damage. It's just insane. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Also, do you think the mouse cursor in Tohveli's game gives him like extra damage?
Wait. Sorry, I didn't understand.
Never mind.
Okay.
I just noticed that Tohveli has his cursor in this game.
Oh wait. Oh my god, that was what? Tohveli got basically super lucky, like with a threadless loopier. But oh god.
To be honest, I've never seen
unfortunate.
Lugia beaten without sparse thread. Like that's a
I think
first.
I got it like once when I was learning the game. I'm not entirely sure how like it's either extremely rare.
Oh, he
or
even
like
got heavy arrows because the enemy's health bar wasn't on screen.
Oh my god, this is so lucky. What the heck?
Yeah, he got like super lucky, then super unlucky, and now he's super lucky again. That's
Oh my
nice.
god. It was definitely not on purpose though. But oh my god, that was really good. Wait, where Laurie's going?
I don't really know.
Oh, Laurie didn't get the monastery key.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense. It happens to all of us from time to time.
Does it? I'm not sure about that one, but yeah.
This is this is a pretty good cat RG, by the way. You have 3 caramel cats and 4 white cats. This is amazing.
Yeah, maybe Laurie can turn this race around.
Yeah, I believe in that. You can
I
do
don't.
this, Laurie. Oh.
I really don't. Yeah. I mean, Tohveli's kind of on the home stretch already.
So this is where we unlock the true ending. Basically, we open that windmill door with the sealed wind, and then we bathe our leaf in hibisco tea, and that, yes,
So it
that
tastes
just
better.
unlocks the true ending. I mean, I think Queen might not actually. What's happening on Lars's screen? That was really scary, but it worked out fine. Basically, the Queen doesn't like hibiscus tea, which makes her show her true form after you beat her second phase, and this allows us to actually stop this curse.
Yeah, that's totally canon. I subscribe to that.
In a way, it kinda is, right? It has to. Like, I was researching on hibiscus tea, and it has anti-solar properties. Like,
wow.
that is like a good thing, right? Why having anti-solar properties affect the Queen? Is she like the sun or something? Like, why?
That's a hot game theory right there. But yeah, Tohveli's about to fight the clone angel, which isn't actually an angel, but a very badly designed vampire. So I've like.
It's not an angel. We don't actually fight the clones. We fight the original one. Like, why do you even call her clone angel? Basically, once you hit the one closest to the ground, which was not intended to be the way we find who the real angel is, but this is what we do. And Tohveli is going for the best. Oh my god! And Tohveli is not going for it. Oh come on, that was sad.
No, but like for real, there was this AMA of Ardine, the developer of this game, and I asked him who that clone angel character is, and he was like, "Lol, that's not an angel, that's a vampire." But I was very bad at designing it. So it's
It
actually a
kind of looks
vampire.
like Remedia, like from Toho. I don't know. At least it reminds me of her, but like blue.
I don't know.
Is this why we don't have vampires in like the newest game?
Yeah, probably.
And Tohveli's on the final boss.
Yeah, by the way, final boss time.
Let's
This boss
see.
is usually very tanky and pretty hard casually, but with proper item usage, it's pretty doable.
Yeah.
He's getting a
It's
good phase
kinda
1. Alright, has to use sparse threads on phase 2, but it's fine. It's still a decent
it
fight.
was like safe.
Yeah.
No! Oh, Laurie resetting on loop jar. That is probably the worst place to reset in this run.
Alright, that's like the third phase, the final form of Queen. Which you only get a true ending. Speaking of
There we
true
go.
ending, here's the ending. Alright, let's switch audio to Laurie. I want like music.
Music is good. Let's hope Laurie will be ahead during the next race.
Wow. Commentator bias.
I just want the music. It's not like a bias for the player.
Yeah,
Just
right.
about the setting.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell Tohveli and like in DMs to turn on his music.
And tell him to apply the settings. Because he tried during like after accidents, I think, to turn the song on. Wait, Laurie is sleeping.
Hmm.
Maybe she gave up on the first race and we just like stopped.
I don't know. We would need
She said,
some info on that, if that
she said
were
in
to be
chat
the
that
case.
she wanted to like investigate inputs. I
What?
think she has having some problems.
I need to investigate inputs of. Yeah, okay.
Laurie has perfected the first race. Okay. Let's get ready for the second one then. In case you
Alright.
have any questions, this is a good time to ask. And in case you want to learn this game, we have a Discord and lots of guides and resources, both for people that want to start like in a more basic way and for people that just want to learn the extremely optimized stuff. We have it all.
Oh, that's a nice input view right there. I like the background
Yeah.
color. It's totally not making me want to scratch my eyes out.
It's good. The person that did that input viewer used Game Maker to make it. It's really interesting. It didn't work on my PC though, and it didn't work with my settings, so I couldn't use it.
I think Laura needs to like increase the size of the input viewer. I still can't quite make out the buttons.
Yeah. I mean, what's that first one? Is that like... I have like a serious question about like buttons, like about keyboard keys.
Yeah, hit me.
Why is tab like that? What are those two arrows? What do they mean for tab?
It's for moving. I don't know the English word. Let me Google it.
Also, not only that, why do we call that the tab? Indentation? But you can only go back with indentation if you hold shift to shift tab. And why we call that tab and not like indentation key? Why tab?
Dude, yo,
That's
these are like
terrible.
serious questions. I need to think about those more.
How's the epistemology of that? Like, what's... Is that a word in English? I know it is in Portuguese.
Yeah, I think it is.
Like, what's the epistemology of that? Like, what's the origin of the word tab for that key? Like,
Maybe
I
it
don't
stands
like
for
keyboards.
tabulator.
I think I'm just gonna like never use keyboards ever again. I don't like this.
Oh, the word tabulator derives from the tabulating machine, which was apparently an apparatus. So there you go.
Why don't you call indentation tabulation? Oh my god, I fucking hate it.
Yo, can you switch audio to Tohveli? He wants to check if his music and audio is fine.
Oh, okay, let's go.
If he presses a button, we might.
Okay, there we go. Now we have music. Okay, I like this. I like having music.
Alright, nice.
ADWS movement.
Alright, so we guess we're gonna wait for the runners to get ready.
It could start at any moment. In the meanwhile, Tohveli is just chilling with that NPC. Do you think that's a mask? Why do you think it's like on their face?
I mean, I sure hope it's a mask, otherwise it would be pretty gross.
So weird. Yeah, there you go. Now I have music.
Nice. Thing is, Laurie is actually the one with a slightly better PB here, so might well be a 3-match.
Yeah, I mean,
Race.
it's always like anyone's game. I would say, like, as long as Laurie does stuff consistently, she should always be able to beat Tohveli, but it's kind of hard to be like consistent. I don't know.
Yeah, it depends. Maybe Rust is also a factor if you haven't been playing the game much lately or whatever. I mean, I've seen Tohveli grind a lot, so
Yeah,
might be more consistent right now.
I think Laurie hasn't been playing lately a lot. So yeah, that might be a very important factor.
I mean,
Like
Laurie,
consistency in this game is so important.
yeah, it's literally the most important thing. Literally. But yeah, Laurie runs like a ton of games, so Momo might not have been priority number 1 lately. Who knows?
Yeah, I've heard Laurie runs every single game that has ever existed or will exist in the future.
Nice.
Tohveli also plays lots of stuff, to be honest. Like, every time I check Tohveli's stream, like, he's playing something different or doing something different is kind of wild. Very nice. Always a fresh experience. By the way, you should follow the two runners. They are very talented at stuff they do, and they are both pretty fun and chill people.
Also, you should follow Catnap. Just because.
Just because. You should also follow the commentators. Heiho is the current world record holder for this game and has been pushing a lot towards the greatest achievement in Momodora history, which is the sub 21. Yeah, you should definitely give him a follow. And there you go on the second race. Again, if you lost the first race, this is Momodora, this is a Metroidvania. We can roll, we can jump, you can double jump, you can charge arrows, you can do melee attacks and melee combos. You can also charge arrows while doing melees, and you can also roll and jump on the same frame to do the best movement ever, which is
Yeah, it's
cool.
crazy. So many options. So many options, so little time.
This is like, you don't know if you're playing a Metroidvania or if you're playing like chess. It's so many things you can do.
This game is literally chess. Yeah, I know. I feel that.
But yeah, this first area is one of the hardest because it has lots of RNG. You kind of get used to it, but
They are so
it is too
synced.
annoying.
Okay, not anymore.
Oh.
Rip.
Oh, it's somewhat synced.
But Laurie's playing a little bit more like refined right now. A little bit better movement.
I like how you can just go there and say like...
Yeah. Let's put audio on Laurie because I think Laurie's a bit ahead. Like a few seconds.
And we're going to those chests again. Laurie has one less money. Can you either farm
yeah.
like one extra or... Okay,
Alright, there we go. That was easy. It's always really annoying to reset a growth just because you got like 79 money.
Or like you just forget about like checking your money and you go to the shop and just can't buy the item.
Yeah. That's a big meme. Let's see if Laurie goes for the quick kill now.
I think she doesn't really do the quick kill ever.
Yeah. Well, Tohveli's chance to pull ahead, I guess. Oh, maybe not.
Maybe not. The first boss can dance, as you can see, and she's dancing a lot. Oh my god, she stop! What a clown fiesta, what the heck?
Wow. Wow, that's really mean from Elia.
How many times did she dance?
My personal best in terms of Elia dances was 6.
I think I got 6 too. There was someone that posted like 8 times, right?
Yeah, that guy's a legend. That's like my big hero.
Imagine being with like 8 dances. That would be amazing.
Yeah, either that or it would be an indicator for your PB not being very good. One of those.
That's true. That's very true.
So yeah.
Now we're reaching the second boss again. Just chilling. Laurie's movement is like way better right now than the last one.
Yeah, I think
like
Laurie's really been getting back into the game over this last run.
She just woke up, you know? Like,
yeah.
She was...
Oh wow, that was so close to poisoning herself. That could have been a big F.
This is probably where Tohveli might get ahead, right?
Might, but I don't see it right now. Laurie's already finished.
I said that like thinking he would go for melee strategies, then he started going for arrows, and I was like, never mind.
Wow, I'm so disappointed in you, Tohveli.
Tohveli's like, he pretends to go for it, then give up, you know? I don't know. Tohveli.
Yeah, really getting up
like
the hopes and then destroying them.
I think this is all on purpose.
Oh wow, okay. RNG is on Laurie's side for now.
Let's go, Laurie. Maybe this is all parts of Tohveli's plan. And then when we like give up on him, he pulls up like the best strategy ever you would never believe to make the hopes high again.
The infamous cast barrier skip. Saving 15 minutes.
Imagine if you could skip 15 minutes of this game.
Oh, that
it
would
would
be
become
terrible.
Momodora 3.
Yeah, that will make like everybody's PB obsolete.
This is a pretty good cutscene.
Oh, really? Is it? I pretty much hate it.
I was forget what goes on in that. Like, I don't really remember the dialogue, but this is Ari. She's like a princess, and she escaped from this prison, which is a subterranean grave. This time we can actually listen to the play's soundtrack.
Wait, did you
To
just
the original
say
version.
she's the elected princess? Isn't that like contradictory?
No, I didn't select her.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Ah,
she's
the more you
Ari.
know.
It's her name. She's the princess. Laurie's just going there, getting the key. Very nicely done. There's like a chair there, like who just throws chairs on places? Like, why there are like tables underwater? Like, why? I like it. I find it kind of cute that like those items, like
Oh
those
wow.
tables on the background and like chairs and stuff, they are kind of randomized. It's not always the same items on
A
the
lot
same
of
place.
stuff in this game is randomized for no apparent reason. I think Ada and like the developer had really fun with randomizers.
Maybe he was like, I bet people will play this game over and over, so I will try to make every single experience a different one.
Yeah, he's like, wow, this chair has a table now, totally new experience. But yeah, Laurie's a fair bit ahead right now. Also going for kind of risky movement that even like top runners would think twice about doing in a race, so that's pretty ballsy, but so far it's paying off.
Yep, that's good. That's good. Laura's like totally capable of getting good stuff. Like, she has the potential and the knowledge. He's going for melee freed again though, which might give Tohveli a good advantage. Maybe.
Yeah. But
Tohveli's just chilling
he
there.
needs more than that to catch up. Yeah, Laurie's taking it very safe. Might be watching the stream and knowing that she's ahead by a fair bit and doesn't really need to risk anything right now.
That's true.
So.
Like, this is probably the best way to like go for races in this game, right? If you're ahead, you just need to keep, like, you don't need to try to get more advantage over your adversary. Do you?
Yeah, winning races in this game is basically about solid movement and not dying, which is quite hard.
It is super hard. Oh my god, Tohveli, what the heck? Okay, it was alright though.
Alright.
Ooh, Laurie going for those road jumps.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck? That is pretty good, but it's so risky.
Displaying some nice movement there. Oh, that's unfortunate. Getting hit by those feels like losing literal minutes. Because, like, underwater movement is just so sluggish.
There you go. Both of them getting through fights very nicely without lots of problems. Just amazing, to be honest. Like, this is not as close. Like, this is closer than the last one, but it's closer in like a better way. Like, both of them are playing very well. It's not. There's not a lot of bad things happening.
Yeah. I like this race a lot more than the last one.
Yep. And Lubella dive to compensate. Like, it's just like last race when Lubella dived on like Lubella 1 in Laurie's spring and like on Lubella 2 on Tohveli's, but like it's the opposite.
Also, check this out, Laurie's providing live commentary in the chat.
Bad fight.
Bad fight.
We have spoilers.
Yo.
What's happening right there? Oh my god, I thought she would fall for a moment. This was scary.
Yeah, same.
And Tohveli's getting to the fight. Let's see how this goes.
Oh, okay.
Lubella decided to break
You should not have
rules.
said that. Yeah.
Wait, Tohveli didn't get sparse thread?
Apparently not. Yeah, I saw his health bar having a little, yeah, having lost a little health there in the Frida fight, but I thought it might have been before the fight, but like apparently he lost health during the fight, which is bad.
That's
So
unfortunate.
yeah, that's quite the disadvantage for the race.
And now we got a cat again, which is pretty good. I mean,
Thing
it's
is
still faster than like resetting, like reloading free display, I think. Like going without
I'm
sparse
not
threads.
sure actually. I'm not sure because a lot of optimal boss threats really rely on having all the items. So not having them might put you at risk of getting like a domino effect of losing all the boss items.
I mean, it's like for the next fights, like let's say there's Arsonist. Arsonist, the AVIB strategy you usually don't have sparse threats, so you kind of know how to do it. It's like it's faster than
for
AVIB because you have like half charge. For Fennel, I don't know. I created a very good backup strategy if you don't have sparse threats. That is slower than the usual one, of course, by like 5 seconds or something. But it's still very doable.
Yeah,
I
I think
probably the
Lupia
hardest.
is gonna be very hard without sparse, like not getting it. Because Lupia is immune to arrows for some reason.
Imagine being immune to arrows. Lupia is like the worst. She can not only roll like you do and evade stuff, but she can also like she's immune to arrows. Like what the heck? She's like the perfect tank. I think it's like it's the biggest problem is probably on Queen, considering everything. Because it's gonna slow down a lot. You will have to do like slow like the old Queen strategy.
Yeah, that's true. I think even just by missing out on the optimal threats, you're already losing like a good 30, maybe 40 seconds or so.
But if you
Just
reload,
by
you lose more than 1 minute. There is
yeah,
that.
that's true.
It's basically you either know how to do. Wait, what was that? Laurie
Batman
was
patch.
killing some like insect on the wall with those Beckman patches. Like she saw a cockroach on the wall and was like, die.
BM patch.
BN patch.
Yeah, that's a backup for the knight that Tohveli is doing there, which
Pretty good.
doesn't really lose much time other than normal threat, so that's good. But yeah, I hope he knows how to handle the other bosses without sparse.
Well, let's hope for the best. So right now Laurie just needs to be like consistent. If she plays safe, it's probably her game. Probable. But even then, they are still pretty close. Like lack of sparse threads still didn't really hit as hard. Laurie getting the warp rest.
Laurie's movement is definitely looking way better than in the last run.
I know, right? Like she got into the zone, probably, or at least she woke up. It's like it's so extremely different, you know. Tohveli is about 30 seconds behind. By checking the time when they got the warp press, by the way.
I saw Laurie hitting roll jumps fairly consistently, which is not easy.
Yup. No. Okay. Okay. Missed the cool strategy though. There we go. Arsonist fight.
Oh, yeah, that's.
That was scary.
I see a lot of people like running away from that teleport move for some reason, even though it doesn't make sense because it always stops right in front of you.
Yeah. Maybe she doesn't know about that. That might be a thing. But now they're like pretty much synced right now. What the heck? Look at this.
Wow. Now we have like a direct comparison about how much time not having sparse thread loses. I think Laurie's kind of scared of Arsonist.
Okay, good. This is like 16, 20 something. This is like 31, 32. I completely forgot about those two numbers I just said, but that's the difference.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
definitely
God.
not 32. But yeah.
No, like that was the time they finished. Like Laurie finished on like the time I
Oh, okay.
said,
Yeah.
and Tohveli finished on 30 something.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
Laurie said yes. Laurie won this race in my heart.
Yeah, I want Laurie to win now.
Yep. People who say no to Cav are basically roaches.
Not just basically, definitely.
They're the worst.
Oh wow. Tohveli's actually, I mean, in game progress, Tohveli's ahead. But like, if you think about the future time losses he's gonna have by not having the sparse thread, he's actually still quite a bit behind.
Wait,
Even
did they
though
get the same cat RNG? What? No, they actually got the same cat RNG too. What? Like, they both got 3 white, 3 black, and 1 caramel. But yeah, like, Tohveli's gonna, like, to maintain this lead, Tohveli have to do miracles, and Laurie has to, like, not, like, play bad, basically.
yeah, Laurie has to play pretty solidly at this point to not let it slip away. Like one semi-major death could be the turning point, definitely. Oh, yeah.
What?
No,
Wait,
that's
what
not
did
tainted
Laurie do?
message. I assume Laurie got hit, but so did Tohveli.
No, like, she didn't use, okay, now she's using, she just, like, stood there without using the background patches.
And it seems like Tohveli has come to peace with the fact that he's not gonna get tainted missive. He just tanked through the fight.
I mean, it's kinda, it would take you a long time to get that if you don't have a strategy.
Yeah. Not getting it without the proper items is not easy.
With those items, it's actually, it's not hard, I swear. It's like, use the first backman without, like, before getting to the cutscene, just like we do with Looker. Then you get into the cutscene and skip and use the second one that will, like, probably hit Fennel's second phase, but, like, you can just spam arrows and she's dead.
Yeah, see,
It's
I
not
just
as hard
wanted,
as it.
I just wanted to make Tohveli look good, but I mean,
I mean, I don't think lots of people know about that strategy, to be honest. Like, it's fair.
oh wow, Laurie's doing very risky and unnecessary roll jumps there.
Gotta go with the swag.
Yeah, it doesn't save time, but I respect it.
But they are still pretty close.
Oh, true.
But like, they are pretty close right now, but like, next fight, I don't know if Laurie goes with missive strategies, actually.
Yeah, I don't know. But probably. That's like the main thread that people do.
Oh my god, those Roshas. Get in the backup save very nicely. But like, one thing about those backup strategies is that when we usually run this game, we reset when we don't get an item, so like, it's basically only useful for races or like non-reset settings.
Yeah, exactly.
Laurie's not going for missive strategies, but she has two threats, which is good. Oh my god, what the heck? This is scary.
Oh, yeah,
she
the
poisoned
triple
herself.
melee.
That was very greedy.
Yeah, that was too greedy. That doesn't work.
Tohveli's going for the sealed wind strategies. Sealed wind actually does 6 damage, which is kind of like, you can just ignore damage that
It's
does.
nothing. It's literally nothing.
Yeah, it's like 1 melee attack when you got the upgraded leaf. It's just going without heavy arrows. We need that item anyway.
It means technically Tohveli is ahead now, I think. I mean, just in terms of game progress.
Yes. This is pretty close. This is like way closer than expected.
Yeah, I expected Laurie to be much more ahead at this point.
This menuing Tohveli just did was actually pretty interesting. This is a... Huh. I like it. I actually like it. Because Tohveli had Sealed Wind on the first slot, he equipped the Cat Crystal on third slot instead. That actually saved time, I guess. During this, under this circumstance.
Okay. Oh, right. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wait,
Okay,
does Tohveli
so
not have Bagman patches?
he does. Wait, Tohveli has his Bagman patches. What?
Yeah, I'm officially confused.
Like, not only Tohveli has Bagman patches, but like, getting Fairy, you can miss the Fairy like 10 times and still be faster than doing this.
Yeah. Okay, I have genuinely no idea why Tohveli is doing this. Yeah, he has Bagman patches, I just saw it. He could have opened the shortcut and be way faster than this.
That's a way to lose time, I guess. Or why though? Yeah, Larry got through the thing, very nicely done. And it's now I have... Who have the third brace on this one? Wait, what? Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'm trying to process that, but alright.
Let's just keep going. Laurie is reaching his own Kair's castle right now. Just getting through stuff. Dashing and running and kissing witches.
Just bumping into a few enemies, just to show dominance.
Yeah, like,
It's all intended.
people do that in real life all the time.
True.
Wait, that was a weird transformation. That's a good way to save the game. Laura's like completely on the swag side right now. I hope she remembers to fix the menuing, like, for items. Yeah. Like, this is probably one of the things I hate about, like, any person the most, because the timing to do this is different in each category. And Laura usually plays AVIP, which is the collectibles category, which is the superior category. And
It's not.
Laura's not going for the hit, which is sad, but understandable. Oh my...
Oh. Okay, this just
That
got a lot more
was...
interesting. They are like neck and neck again. Wow, alright.
How is Tohveli gonna kill the angel without sparse threats though?
Yeah, that's gonna lose some time.
Like, I was trying to do this in like low percent and it was so annoying. Like,
Yeah, but Laurie's margin of error has shrunk down a lot now.
Okay. Laurie beating it again. Very nicely. Laurie died there just for the show. Oh my god. What's happening, Laurie?
Alright, let's have a little bit less show and more normal gameplay.
She's just trying to make us have a heart attack, I'm pretty sure. That's her, like, her plan.
Yeah.
Tohveli is going like... People often referring to humans to go through that screen, and I find it so weird. Like, it's harder to do that screen as a human. What the heck?
Yeah. Human form is usually just used by people who are not quite familiar with the floaty controls of the cat.
No, Tohveli.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's a big blooper. Rip.
In the meanwhile, Laurie is killing the coin.
Yeah.
I'm going for the quick kill.
if
Tohveli
Laurie
doesn't know
die
that he
here-
has to jump. Okay, nice.
If Laurie doesn't die here, I don't see the lead switching again.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Especially because Tohveli doesn't have heavy arrows slash missive slash sparse rat slash other items
Slash everything.
slash everything. Very nicely done. Laurie's health is very low though. Like, I don't know. Something could happen.
Oh yeah, if Laurie gets hit now, this would be the ultimate plot twist. Oh my!
Just like that.
Why did I say that?
This
I should-
is...
I should have really just shut my mouth.
It happens, I guess. Can Laurie... Laurie didn't go for the quick kill the other time, so I guess she won't go for it now, but...
Thing is, it's still super close because Laurie has the better items.
It all depends on the second phase, I would say.
Yeah. I think Tohveli has
Like, she's already ahead after resetting.
oh, Laurie can't use Tainted Missive on last phase anymore. Oh my god.
It's not
I think
sad.
Laurie just lost the race.
Did she?
Yeah, I think so. I don't
Are
think you can make up for this.
Did you remember what happened when Laurie first got here? Maybe Tohveli will also get hit a bunch. I don't know. I don't know how is Tohveli's like backup strategies and stuff. Let's see. I think he knows how to do in phase 3 raid. Like without
Yeah.
stuff.
The attacks are kind of tricky to avoid, but it shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah. They do hit very hard, especially this last one.
Oh
like
wow.
look at that, like it's just insane.
If Tohveli gets hit one more time now, he's he's back on the
Oh my
losing track. Oh my god.
What's happening? Oh my god. Can someone please kill this queen? Like, this is kind of making me anxious.
This stream is like a big revenge stream for the queen, just killing runners left and right.
Oh my god.
Jesus. Oh my again.
What's going on?
Yeah, alright.
I have a neck crack.
I don't even know anymore.
I'm not switching audio. I'm not.
Yeah,
It's not.
I don't think it makes any sense to switch audio.
Dude, this is like... This is definitely Queen's Revenge.
Oh my god, I don't even know. I don't even know who's in the lead here.
I think Tohveli, but like... Is Tohveli in the lead? I don't know. Laurie? Okay. Holy fuck. I do hope that they don't spoil who wins this fight. I'm gonna close chat for a moment here. I wanna
Yeah.
like enjoy this to the fullest.
Oh my god, they're both on last phase now. But Laurie has the
It's
better
literally
items.
impossible to beat the last phase.
This race is such a giant meme.
This is amazing.
Come on, don't make you fight.
Okay.
Oh, I think Laurie got this in the bag.
There you
Jesus
go.
Christ,
GG.
finally. Oh my god, I need a
Did it.
break. I need a break. What the hell?
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this queen was like
Queen was like half of the race was just trying to kill Queen.
pretty much, it was like at least like I don't know 4 or 5 minutes of queen killing.
Alright, I'll be right back. I'm going
Okay.
AFK for a minute while we're having a break.
Oh my god, this is like this is the best race ever. And this is where like anything can happen in this speedrun, like especially races. Like this is just insane. Both runners getting times like super similar and at the same time super far away from their PBs. Like what the heck? Basically a queen fiesta. But yeah, while the runners are getting ready for the third race, people who are watching should probably drink some water. It's important to keep you healthy. And I definitely didn't say that because I was like also drinking water, but of course not. But yeah, it's important to drink water. Again, if you like want to learn this game, it's a pretty fun game. It's like it's easy to learn but hard to master. It has some RNG things, but it's not like the end of the world until you have like very good times. We have a Discord. It's on the SRC page for this game. You can also just post cats there. We have a channel dedicated to pets pictures, so if you have a pet, even if you don't want to learn this game, you can just post it there. It doesn't matter. Just do your thing. But yeah, like this is so wild. I wonder who's gonna win the next race. Like, I have no words to what just happened. It's so funny though. Like in races like this, it's always on the same boss. Like I remember my race against Yugler, and we were both resetting like crazy to Arsonist. And I think Green Fox versus Heiho was also the same. And like, what the heck? There was like, I don't think it was Heiho. I don't remember who it was, but it was like Green Fox versus someone, and they were both resetting at Arsonist too. Like, what the heck? Sometimes bosses just like enable their true form, I guess. Okay, race 3 always has a meme. I wouldn't say always. I'm not sure if they're going for some meme. Let's hope so, though. It's gonna be funny. I hope they don't spoil us, because, like, if they do, it's not gonna be as fun. Also, I don't know if we have time for memes, because, like, you basically have half an hour for both the run. Like, you have 30 minutes both for the run and for, like, interviews and everything else. Maybe do have time for those. Like, maybe not. Let's hope for the best. That second race wasn't enough for me. Oh man, that queen was amazing. That queen was definitely, I mean, second race was basically the bad ending, like the really bad ending for Momo.
Yo, I'm back. Did I miss anything?
Oh no, they're still like getting ready for the next one, I think.
Did somebody die to Queen while I was gone?
I am pretty sure we all died to queen on that one forever.
Yo, Laurie's screen is turned purple. That's wild.
I know, right? It's her background, I think. I'm not sure what's going on. Not sure if they're taking a break or something. Also,
Yeah, I
do you
mean
think they're going for some gimmick on the third race? Like the last couple races that went for round 3 had some sort of gimmick.
yeah, you know what would be a wild gimmick?
Like, are
Defeating
they going
Queen.
for it?
No, okay, I'm beating a dead horse. I'll stop talking about this. Oh wait, Tohveli's DMing me. Maybe something happened.
Queen really didn't like the difficulty on that second race. Did something happen?
What?
What?
I don't know. I think Laurie is having some I'm not sure, technical difficulties. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Somebody should maybe talk to Laurie. And by somebody I
Celeste.
mean myself.
That's a good idea. Celeste then Momo then Reverie. That will be the third match. All of that in less than 30 minutes, I believe. And I'm kind of like sneezing like crazy. So if I go mute out of nowhere, it's because of that. Chum, chum, chum. So did you figure out what happened to Laurie?
Yeah, check Discord.
Okay, so apparently Laurie had to like she's having some technical issues and won't be able to do the third race, which basically means Tohveli got the win on the third race. This was
Well,
the gimmick.
that was a quick decider match.
That was like
I think that's world record.
that's not only world record, but this actually means they beat the queen this time. First try.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well,
So
hope you enjoyed. I certainly did.
that was very fast.
Yeah, alright.
Tohveli, see for the interview. GG on the victory, Tohveli.
GG, I guess.
So, how do you feel about those two runs?
Well, this certainly isn't the way I intended this series to go, and especially this isn't how I wanted to finish the best of three. Kind of a bummer, to be honest. But yeah, that second run was out of this world.
That second run, especially the queen, was amazing.
Yeah, like what happened on Queen there?
I don't know. I just messed up. At the beginning, I had no idea how to do the queen without like anything, and then I just messed up all my inputs during the first phase and died.
All right, and the other 5 times?
I
No,
only
I'm
died
just kidding.
once on queen.
Yeah.
But the other
It
boss
happens.
fights, yeah, I didn't have any idea how to do fennel without spar spread, so I just like winged it, and then I just went like Neanderthalian way. I just smacked the heck out of them, and I
Yeah.
basically did the same thing for Lupier.
You just tanked through, yeah. Gotta respect that.
Yeah, like going without items is really hard when you don't know the backups. Like adapting is hard.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that one Lupier fight on the first race though. Like,
yeah, that was insane.
and you even got the heavy arrows on that one. It was like
I was really surprised I got the heavy arrows at the end. But when I got hit, there wasn't the health bar on the screen, so I knew I got it. But honestly, that was
Alright.
insane.
So, yeah, even though you won, I think this is the last Swiss round, right? Like, the next race is really KO.
Yeah.
Sadly, even with that win, you're not in the KO phase.
Yeah, I knew that already.
But I mean, GG.
it's a GG, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is not how I wanted to end the whole series, but
oh, yeah. Sometimes stuff happens. I don't know.
Yeah.
So who are you rooting for? Who do you want to win this tournament?
Who do I want to win?
Yeah.
Well, I would like maybe Cat to win.
Aw, thank you.
But in all honesty, I think this will be very one-sided final series.
Yeah, that's very real. Dreamguns is on lockdown.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. Anything could happen.
Anything could happen, yeah. As you saw in my.
I want to believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes quite unexpected things happen in this game.
Yeah, that's true.
So you never know.
Sometimes Queen is just Buffett, you know?
Yeah. This was a fun tournament anyways. I didn't have any expectations coming in. When I signed up for this, I hadn't finished a single run of this game yet. That was the
And today you did finish a run.
Yeah. It was the second day after I joined the community when I signed up for this tournament, and my PB was like 1 hour 30 minutes at the time. So I was really scared about finishing 3 runs in under 2 hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, like you were one of the people that came, like, as I said, you were one of the newer runners, and even then you got like a pretty decent score, like in the end of this tournament. This is definitely something you should be proud of, I think.
Yeah, I'll be coming back next year, stronger.
Then
I'll be back.
Oh, dude.
Alright. Yeah. If you want to learn this game, I think our Discord is linked somewhere. You can join and
you can join
ask people how to run this game, and they may or may not reply.
We'll probably reply. We're like pretty chill.
Yeah, most likely. Alright.
Yeah.
Follow the
Anyone
runners
else?
and maybe the commentators. I don't know if you wanna. Thanks for
You should
watching.
definitely run that commentator, like that Hey Ho commentator. That's a pretty good one.
Wow.
Yeah, I like them too.
Wow, thank you. Alright.
Do you guys have anything else to add?
Not really. Stay tuned for the next race. When is that? That is next week? Or is there another one scheduled before that?
Let me work my magic and look it up.
There was one next week on Tuesday.
Yeah, we have like one race on Tuesday between
Yeah.
Lester and Sab.
At 4
Sab has
p.m.
been like,
Eastern.
Yeah, Seb could actually take this if there's like there could be upsets.
they're both pretty good runners that are somewhat new to the game too. And Sab is like, Sab has been getting so much progress lately. It's kind of insane. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you Heiho for commentating with me and Tohveli for the race. Thank you SpeedGaming people for like letting us do this tournament with them. And see you all the next time.
Alright,
Bye-bye.
bye guys.